In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on September 3rd, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Bowling Green versus UCLA. On Saturday afternoon, the Bowling Green Falcons and UCLA Bruins clash in the first game for both clubs to open the 2022 college football season. The Falcons finished 4th in the MSC East last year, posting a disappointing 4-8 record. UCLA finished 2nd in the Pac-12 South, finishing 6-3 in the conference with an 8-4 overall record. The Falcons are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 road games and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 non-conference games. Bowling Green is 5-16 against the spread in their last 21 in September. Meanwhile, the Bruins are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 on grass and 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 in September. UCLA is 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 overall. The Bruins and Falcons open the year with 2 different outlooks. UCLA is coming off an 8-4 season, posting excellent offensive numbers under Chip Kelly. Bowling Green lost 8 of their 12 games and was routinely outmatched from an offensive standpoint. Matt McDonald figures to get the nod at quarterback for the Falcons. The veteran quarterback who transferred in from Boston College a few years ago threw 12 touchdowns with 7 interceptions last year but lacked any big play potential. UCLA allowed opponents to convert 44% of third downs, but the Falcons are not the sharpest club on offense. UCLA outscored teams 89-42 in the first quarters of games last year, and I think they will hop all over a much weaker Bowling Green squad. They were exposed in the secondary last season, but McDonald and company will not offer much resistance here. The Bruins really need to showcase their stuff this season if a conference championship game appearance is in the cards. UCLA will have to fend off both Oregon and USC in the standings to get there, which might be doable considering the favorable 2022 schedule. Dorian Thompson-Robinson is back under center, which is great news. UCLA also has talent on the lines and some solid depth, so anything's possible. They'll start things off here versus a scrappy Bowling Green team. This should be a fun game to watch. So the UCLA Bruins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Bowling Green will have trouble scoring but should contribute to this total a bit considering they return many offensive starters who now have more experience. This will be a blowout score and they will have an opportunity to add some points late in the game. Quarterback Matt McDonald connected on 60% of his pass attempts last year. In addition, UCLA eclipsed 40 points in their final 3 games of 2021 against conference foes and should feast on a defense that ranked 96th last year in total points allowed. The over is also a convincing 5-1 in their last 6 home games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Bethune-Cookman Wildcats versus Miami, Florida. The Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Miami Hurricanes meet Saturday in college football action from Hard Rock Stadium. Bethune-Cookman is fresh off a rough 2-9 overall campaign in 2021. As for Miami, they went 7-5 overall but ultimately had to bow out of the Sun Bowl at the end of the year. The Hurricanes really need to get better in the running game and with turnovers this year. They've addressed some of those issues in the offseason, bolstering the offensive line and pulling Ole Miss RB Henry Parrish from the transfer portal. Receivers-wise, top guy Charleston Rambo is off to the NFL, but the incoming Frank Ladson headlines a talented group. In short, Miami has the tools to be a solid offensive team in 2022. That being said, the defense is going through some major changes this year and it's anyone's guess what they'll look like. The good news is that Miami starts out with a manageable opponent in Week 1, so the Miami Hurricanes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. With a high total and a matchup between an FBS and an FCS team, there is slight concern that the FCS team will not score enough points to get past the over. That has not been the case in Miami's games against FCS teams. In their last 5 games against FCS schools, the Hurricanes averaged 64 points per game. Of those 5 contests, 4 resulted in wins by 63 or more, while 3 were shutouts. Even in those 3 shutouts, the over would have cashed at this number, as each shutout win was by 63 or more points. Simply put, the Hurricanes have enough talent to surpass this game total on their own. Last season, Bethune-Cookman ranked 10th in the SWSC in opposing scoring, so Tyler Van Dyke and the Hurricanes should be able to score freely thanks to its skill and athletic advantages across the roster. This could be an ugly game for the Wildcats, who will likely struggle to defend the Hurricanes' speed. Any points from Bethune-Cookman will be a bonus. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati versus Arkansas. The Cincinnati Bearcats look to build on a storybook 2021 season as they travel south to take on Arkansas. Cincinnati was able to get into the college football playoffs and look to establish itself as a perennial contender. Arkansas plans on taking another step toward contention in a tough SEC after winning 9 games last season. Cincinnati is 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 non-conference games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games, while the under is 5-1 in their last 6 games on turf. Arkansas is 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 games overall and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 non-conference games, while the under is 9-4 in their last 13 games in September. Arkansas will try and build on a season that felt like it was their coming out party in 2021. Sam Pittman has proven to be one of the better coaches in the country, and the opener against the Cincinnati Bearcats will quickly show how much the Razorbacks have progressed. Led by a top 10 rushing attack nationally and a dual-threat quarterback in KJ Jefferson, Arkansas will be tough to deal with up front offensively. Returning running backs Raheim Sanders and Dominique Johnson both averaged over 5 yards per carry last season, and the offense averaged 6.4 yards per play, which was top 30 in the nation in 2021. Cincinnati lost 12 draft picks to the NFL last year and won't have the steady quarterback play with Desmond Ridder departing for the NFL. This may be the biggest reason that the Bearcats won't keep up. The Razorbacks will win this game in the trenches and do so rather easily. That was shown in the national semifinal loss to Alabama last year. The Arkansas offensive line boasts an average weight of 316 pounds and should easily push around the defensive ends of Cincinnati that weigh in at just 271 pounds. On the other side of the ball, the Bearcats' offensive line averages 309 pounds, and the interior line of Arkansas weighs in at 308 pounds. The Razorbacks have a decided physical advantage that they should take advantage of throughout the game. Only 5 starters return on defense for the Bearcats, and the secondary has a lot of uncertainty with all the turnover. If Jefferson can't find open receivers with the departure of Treylon Burks, his legs will do the work. Luke Fickell will have his team prepared, and they still may be the best team in their conference, but Arkansas is a different story. Don't buy into the hype of Cincinnati after making the college football playoff last year. This domination by Arkansas will mirror what happened to the Bearcats against Alabama in January. I get the case to be made for the Bearcats and the points after such a strong showing in 2021. However, this is a tough spot in a season-opening game with some turnover from some pieces like Desmond Ridder, who were integral to Cincinnati's playoff run last season. The Razorbacks are solid, and while they lost some pieces as well, they have strong QB play from KJ Jefferson. And I think this is a spot where Arkansas makes a statement against Cincinnati to start the year. So Arkansas to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Cincinnati will want to use their offensive line to pound Arkansas and rely less on their new quarterbacks. Arkansas has a young quarterback in Jefferson, who is an excellent runner, but will miss Treylon Burks as he tries to establish a chemistry with his new receivers. Cincinnati has a really good and underrated defense. They won't miss Sauce Gardner as much against Arkansas, who will rely more on their ground attack. Arkansas will come out and air it out early. I look for KJ Jefferson and the Razorbacks offense to find success early, but for Luke Fickell to make enough halftime adjustments to keep their offense at bay. I don't see the new weapons for UC being able to score enough to threaten the over. The Bearcats' road to success will be grinding the clock and keeping the ball on the ground. I think both teams will run a lot here, and that means long clock draining drives and few big plays. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.